Yeah, 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 I miss you, but I got no time for that. Damn, yeah, yeah.
So basically, like, I don't know. When I was in like college, I feel like that's when I figured out for real that like, bitch, you might be a little, you know what I mean? So I used to get on the chat rooms and shit and try to talk to females and pretend to be a dude, see if I enjoyed like that kind of an interaction with another female. And I was like, I kind of do, but I was like, I can't pretend. And I feel like everybody, not gonna say everybody, but I feel like a lot of people did that, where they like pretending to be boys in the chat room for whatever reason, instead of just going to like the lesbian chat room and seeing if you can, you know what I mean, if you fit in there. But whatever. So blase blah, I was like, I kind of do. So I'm like, well, let me try to go to the, like, you know, the lesbian chat room and see if I'm feeling it. So I got on the, you know, the lesbian chat room and I met this person, and I was using fake pictures at the time. Cause like when I first was doing this was like, I was like 18. I was like a baby stud, but I really wasn't, because I didn't really know what that was. But I don't really consider myself a stud, but if you looked at me, that's what you would consider me, you know what I mean? So it's just, it is what it is, that's the tea. So, I cut myself yesterday, that's what that is. So basically it would be like, I got on, I met somebody I was like in a relationship online, on the online chat with some random person. I have no idea who this person is to this day. With some fake pictures, you know what I mean, pretending to be like this stud, and it was a white stud too. I don't even know why I picked that picture, but that's that on that. But so basically I was in this like fake relationship, and then I don't know what happened, but like I just stopped talking to this person, obviously. And I don't think we like had each other's numbers or anything. It was just strictly online. So once I did that, I'm like, okay, like, well, if I could engage in this, then obviously I have like some kind of feelings there towards women, and like, you know, I need to figure out like what's going on with that. So that's what I tried to do. And I don't know how I met my first girlfriend. This is also an online relationship where it was like an actual girlfriend, but we never met, and I'm gonna get into that. But we had met on like Downlink, if y'all remember that, or maybe it was Twitter. I really don't even remember. It might have been Twitter. I have no freaking clue. But we met. She lived in North Carolina. She was like Hispanic. She was Puerto Rican. That's what she was. She was Puerto Rican. And I'm not gonna say her name or none of that shit, but not that I really got followers at this point, but still I ain't gonna say her name. So she was like my first girlfriend or whatever. I'm gonna call her Taylor. So me and Taylor were taught we was each other's girlfriend. Taylor had been with females before, but I hadn't. This was like, I never been, at this point I never been physically involved with a female, or even on a online dating where girlfriends involved with a female, except for that person I just told you about, but that was like I was 17. You know what I mean? That don't even count. So we, you know, talked, got really close, and like really like liked each other or whatever. And I was supposed to come see her. At this point I was like 18, maybe 19, but this is what I'm circling back around to. My mom was not the type of mom where it's like, okay, mom, I'm going to North Carolina to meet somebody I saw on the internet, see you later. Like, she, even though I was 18, most of us get the point. I'm staying with you. I gotta be mindful of, you know, whatever it is you do or don't want me to do at this age. So, you know, I never met her, but long story short, we was together for like a year and some change. And she would just like, because she was just like real distant at the end, and was mad like that I never like came to see her, but she never came to see me either. You know what I'm saying? And then she told me she started talking to, like, this is all after the fact, after we broke up, and she started telling me that she was talking to some dude, So I'm like, okay, what? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, this is some bullshit, you know. I'm mad as hell at this point. But it is what it is. It didn't work out. Fast forward. I started talking to another bitch from North Carolina on the internets again. And this bitch, my best friend that I've been best friends with for, I don't know, for a long time now at this point, that I met on on Twitter. I stay on the internet, don't I? I stay on the internet. But this is my very best friend. Been there for me better than any person friend that I met in person. Been there more for me than any of those people I met in person, family, any of that. You know, been there when it counted. Met her on Twitter back at the same time period that I met this first girlfriend, but me and her we just been really cool ever since then. She knows of the second bitch that I was talking to in North Carolina. That bitch, I don't even count. I really don't even count her. She don't even count who that. Like when they ask me, oh, you remember such and such who? You know what I mean? I don't care. And then ain't even really no beef. I just like, you just don't even count. You know what I'm saying? So that happened. I had another girlfriend I met. This bitch for sure was on Downlink. The last one, I don't remember what the second one was, but this one was Hispanic again, like Mexican or something like that, half Mexican, something like that. For some reason, I had like a pattern. I wanted to be with her too. Oh my gosh, this is when I was going to boot camp for the Marine Corps. We'll get into that. I am not a veteran. I'm not a Marine. I did not complete that. We'll talk about that later. I wasn't with the shit. So once the shit got started, I wasn't with it. Okay, I'll just put it that way. Shout out to the people that go through Marine Corps boot camp and make it, but the shit wasn't for me at the time period. I was really depressed. Like I should have went at a different time, and you know, maybe it would have worked out. I still could have gone to the military, like the army or some shit, but I really don't want to. That's not me. It ain't me. I was going in it for the Dodge Charger, like niggas say. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not for me. That's not me. So I don't want to do that. Shout out to people who do. No disrespect. It just ain't for me. Okay, so wop. I was with that third girlfriend. Then I'm not gonna say her name either, but you know, like I wanted to be with her, but it always felt like kind of lame. Like I don't know. She had like an ex-girlfriend that the ex-girlfriend would come back like while we was talking. Okay, came back in the picture, said she was dying and this and that, and like, ma'am, we're all dying. What are you saying? I'm dying right now. I'm just not close yet. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to pretend like she was dying to get sympathy or whatever. So my girl at the time would start talking to her again, blah, blah, blah. Came to find out the bitch wasn't dying at all. She was dying just about like I am, you and like you are watching this motherfucking video right now. The bitch wasn't dying. Let's put it that way, okay? But that whole situation was just like fucked up, and it was like still kind of new for me with the whole girl thing. So I was giving people benefit of the doubt, more chances than they should have got, blah, blah, blah. We went down to boot camp. This bitch was nowhere to be found, was not there for me, blah, blah, blah. Contributed to part of the reason why I was depressed, but I was going through some shit with my mom, and that's a whole nother story time. We ain't gonna get into that now. And my grandma was sick. It was just too much going on at once, and I shouldn't have left that time to go to training. I should have gone at a different time, and I probably would be a Marine right now, or I would have finished and retired out after 4 years or whatever. Spilled milk, can't complain about it now. I had a lot of opportunities, a lot of good. I even got some good shit going for me now, so it is what it is. Part of my life story. So she wasn't talking to me, whatever. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy you a ring while you're gone. Like we're gonna be together." La la la. Anybody say that shit to you? They fucking lying. And get up out of there. Okay, to learn from me. I done been through some shit. Okay, so we didn't work out. It didn't last. Life goes on. I'm already at 10 minutes. I'm trying to wrap this the fuck up as best I can. Circle back around to the very beginning with Taylor, my first girlfriend. I'll be talking to her, and like I'd be on the phone or something like that. My mom be like, "Who are you on the phone with? You talking to a girl? You on the phone talking to a girl? Nah, you gotta hang that phone up. No, I want to hear that. Real ain't with shits. Don't want to hear about it, but strictly because of how you were raised and how you felt like people would react. Like you were more concerned about how people would look at you if your female child was talking to another woman, versus you caring about how your child felt on the inside and what they really felt like they was attracted to. That was a problem for me. And like we're a lot further past it now, but then it was a wrap. She wasn't with it. So one day we're in a car. I'm all over the place, my bad. One day we were in the car with my aunt and my cousin. And I don't really fool with them too tough to this day. The aunt more so than the cousin. Cousin really didn't do nothing to me, but I'm not really talking to them now, and that's a whole nother story again. But I just needed a break from everybody, if I'm being blunt. But this aunt, we would always be connected to each other in some way. Like, if me and my mom were going to the mall, them two were going to. If we were going out to eat, them two were going to. We were like the two. My mom and her sister were like the two that was always together. You know what I mean? Because they didn't have a car, so we would always take them places. Blah blah blah. So I was like really close to my cousin. You know what I mean? Something happened, and me and my aunt always butt heads because I'm the black sheep of the family. Like, if I feel like some shit's going down and anybody speaking up on it, I'm gonna speak up on it. I've been that way since I was about 7 or 8 years old, and that my family wanted to come off like that was disrespect or I was jealous of people and all this other shit, when I'm really just like, hey, these niggas ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, be on the up and up. Fast forward to now. And those people that I would be like, hey, they ain't on the up and up, bro. You know, they turned out to not be on the motherfucking up and up. Let's put it that way. But it don't matter. Like us on spilled milk. I'm just been that way since the beginning. You know what I mean? They say the black sheep of the family is usually the one telling the truth. And that's just happened to be the truth for us. But one day we were out at Target or some shit, I don't know, someplace. We were together, my mom was driving, and my aunt, something happened and we were arguing. So this is what I'm getting at. We would always butt heads because she would talk and think that people was going to just let her talk and say stupid shit and not say nothing back. And I'm not that kind of person. So if like you saying something dumb, I'm gonna have to say something back to you. You know what I mean? I'm working on that to this day. But she said something like, and she like girls anyway, talking about me. And I was like, sure the fuck do. I sure do. Okay, and I'll never forget this. This really upset me. And it's part of the reason why it's not really, it is. It's part of the reason why me and my mom really don't have like the best relationship to this day. My mom was like, oh, you do? Oh, you do? Oh, you gotta get out there. Oh, you gotta get out there. And meanwhile, I'm like 18 at this time. There are a lot of people that are 18 that can get out on their own, find somewhere to stay, I don't really have that. I'm not close with family to be like, even those family that I'm talking about before this happened, I'm not close to family to be like, oh, I need to stay with you. I would be homeless before I would do that. I'm not, it's just not, it don't happen. So for her doing that, even though it's my mom's decision to say, oh, you gotta get out to her own child, she only said it because she cared about what other people thought of her, or what people would think of the situation, versus her actually caring about the situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, you care about your image more than you actually care about what the fuck's happening. You just care about how people look at you. But my aunt, she really put me in harm's way. I don't know, my mom didn't kick me out, of course, but we really didn't talk. We didn't get along. We really just, our relationship that we had kind of disintegrated up until here recently when my grandma passed, and then we kind of, you know, strolled back into being friends again. Not really friends because we never been friends, but you know what I mean? Till we could communicate again. She really put me in harm's way in that situation, and that's part of the reason why I'm not talking to them or most of my family now, because a lot of my family, I'm not gonna get into it, but a lot of my family is low-key fake. Like, put the phone on mute to talk about you, and then when you be like, why you had a phone on mute, they won't tell you what it was. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people like that. I'd rather you talk shit about me to my face, which is what I do. And not even talk shit, but I'd rather you be blunt to my face than to pretend like you mean me well when you really don't. You know what I'm saying? So she really put me in harm's way by doing that, because my mom really could have put me out, like, for real, and I really would have had nowhere to stay. I don't talk to my father, don't give a fuck about my father. I'm not even mad at the nigga, you don't mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, you're irrelevant as fuck. But you really put me in harm's way, and I really can't fuck with you. And you know, even after that, we would be okay, but I really wasn't going to see a house and this and that. And then my grandma passed. That's a whole nother story. My family basically turned on my mom because my grandma kind of had my mom's name on like her estate, whatever was left. So they turned on her, and I tried to be there for my mom, and we ain't gonna get into that pool. We gonna stay the floaties and the flippy flops for later on that one. But moral of the story, around that time we stopped messing with them because they was on some, oh, get out of our house, because I don't even know what was happening, but they were basically like, me and my mom needed to get up out of their house. Meanwhile, they've been in 11 projects, you know what I'm saying? And every one of them we helped them move from. But we ain't gonna get into it. But this is what I'm talking about with the family issues. And I don't care about speaking about it because it's all true, it's all fact. I already said this shit to everybody anyway. So, and my channel ain't big enough for it to matter at this point. So, basically, I really stopped messing with my friend. After that, my grandma passed like 2012. I went to their house maybe 4 times since 2012, since that happened in 2012, maybe. Because I just don't mess with people. Like, once I find out you don't mean me well, I don't mess with you. That was the whole coming out story. I didn't really come out. I was kind of forced out. I was pushed out. I was kicked out. You know what I mean? Like, I think my mom knew, and I always been tomboyish. If I had pictures, I could maybe insert them, but I don't know if I do. I always been tomboyish before I even realized or understood, because like I had like old boyfriends in like 6th grade and stuff, but before I really understood that I even was gay, I think my mom already knew, my grandma probably already knew, and they say that they had that kind of attitude and, you know, disposition about it because of my grandma, but my grandma was never hateful like that towards me, nor did she appear hateful like that or speak hateful things like that. So she very well may have been that way at a young age, but she wasn't like that to me, period. And I'm not gonna raise my kids to be like that, period. Treat everybody with respect. I don't care how different they are. As long as they treat you with respect, you treat them with respect. And that's the T on that. Basically, I was forced out. I didn't really have a coming out. I didn't really sit down with my mom and say, hey, mom, I'm gay. It just was like, we had that situation in the car. I started talking to females. I had girlfriends. You gradually started meeting girlfriends. You know what I mean? But I turned this into like a coming out story with all my girlfriends, and that wasn't what it was supposed to be, but that's where it went. But I don't know. I'm not gonna get into the rest of it with the girlfriends, but I'm single now. I'm happy to be single. I'm working on myself. I'm saving money. I ain't raising no women no more. You know what I mean? I don't have no kids yet. I'll raise my kids. I ain't trying to raise you with the kids. I'm not interested. Okay? No thanks. You know what I'm saying? But it was a crazy situation. The family story, and even something just happened the other day with a family member, and it's too much. It's too much. And I have a lot of people in my family, well, at least 2 aunts and uncles, that do not talk to people in the family because of my grandmother and because of the other people in the family. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that move and never come back, never look back. And, you know, they can't be the issue if it's more than one person. It's got to be the family. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of drama there. I don't need to get into it. Moral of the story is, I did not come out. I was kicked out. And that's just that on that. But fast forward to today, I mean, my mom's doing her best to understand stuff like transgender issues and LGBT issues, but she's still like the type of Black Christian that is living the Bible is everything right and I don't want to hear nothing else. That kind of person, you know what I mean? But that's how they all are. All my family is for that generation, the aunts and uncles, you know what I mean? Not the young people. I mean, not that close-minded. But she's doing a lot better. I have introduced her to 3 girlfriends, 1 by default. Like, it wasn't an introduction, it was just like, oh, she's here, you know what I mean? Hey, 1 was on accident, but then I reintroduced her later. This is my second to last one. And then my most recent one, she met. And I don't know, it was always kind of weird with her meeting her. But I think that's because like my past girlfriends were either white or Hispanic. And my mom's not prejudiced, but she's kind of old school, you know what I mean? Where at least if you're gonna be gay, bring somebody Black around. But I'm not like that. Like I'm willing to give anybody a chance, but there are a lot of barriers with. I'm not gonna get into that. That's a can of worms we ain't gonna get into. But my last girlfriend was Black, so I feel like she was a little bit more receptive of meeting her. So like that went a little bit better. But the fact that even happened, fast rewind back to me being 18 and, you know, my mom telling me I gotta get out in a car full of people because of who I want to be in a relationship with, you know what I mean? And I only had my mom, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit is crazy that even happened, because that's real damaging coming from your only parent. But the fact that we can fast forward now to this situation, I don't know. It is what it is. This was a 20-minute story. It was supposed to be like a 10-minute. Here's all came out. I started talking about ex-girlfriends. I started talking about boot camp that never finished. I started talking about depression that is too much to get into for this 20-minute video. I started talking about family problems. I started talking about my grandma who ain't even supposed to be in this video, okay? But I don't know, y'all. That's the tea on that. I'm gonna have to do some more story times on this other shit, or maybe I'll do a mukbang story time, and I can really sit down for 30 minutes and talk some shit, because I got some shit to say. I really do. I got some shit to say. Even if I only have 10 motherfuckers that watch this channel total, if it's 10 loyal motherfuckers, I'll take it, versus 100,000 niggas that really ain't watching my shit, really don't care about me, really only there for the tea, really only there to see if I'm, you know, not making it, if I'm not okay, and I don't want that. So that's that. But I will be back later with another story time or a mukbang story time or a reaction or something. But yeah, in the meantime, enjoy the video.
How could you move it like you crazy? I ain't call you back down.